Good morning. It's Thursday, January 18th. Thanks for joining us for this edition of Up to the Minute. I'm Sade Campbell, the Strategic Enrollment Communications and Social Media Manager here at HCC. Pleased to be joined by my co-host today, Dr. Rima Adil, who serves as HCC Northwest's Dean of Student Success. Good morning, Rima.
Good morning, Sade.
Happy to have you. I can almost bet money that the first day of the semester we have a high probability of some type of natural disaster delay. It seems like it's been doing that for the past couple years.
Almost every spring semester. Yeah, so kind of like, I don't know if it is predictable, getting predictable, but Houston weather is just going in some direction.
I know we can count on the rain, we can count on the heat, but this is all new for us. But we've kicked off the semester. It doesn't look like how it looked like when we were out, and that means that we have restarted our Up to the Minute episode. So happy to have you as my co-host. Let's kick things off with you telling people how to find Up to the Minute on social media.
Oh, very easy. We are live on Houston Community College District Facebook page. We are also on YouTube. And you can always find us on X, LinkedIn, on HCCTV at noon, 5 p.m., and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday. We're always
All
here.
right. Yes, thank you for that. Well, today we're talking about HCC's upcoming film and panel event to discuss the exciting Project Space Workforce 2030. Joining us to talk about that today is Dr. Maya Durnovo, who is HCC's Chief Entrepreneurial Officer and speaker at the Space Workforce 2030 at HCC. Welcome to the show, Dr. Durnovo.
Welcome. Thank you so much. Looking forward.
Yes, you and Rima are going to have an awesome conversation in just a sec. But first, we are welcoming back another college president as HCC returns back to classes this week. Pleased to welcome back to the show Dr. Zachary Hodges, who's HCC Northwest president. Welcome to the show, Dr. Hodges.
Hey, thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, so happy to have you. Well, you are one of our, if not the longest, I didn't quite do the math good enough. I was trying to see if are you our longest serving president?
28 years. Yes, I think so.
Yes. So for nearly 3 decades as president, that means you've had a lot of first. Yes, I know. When you sum it up like that, right?
Oh, wow. That makes it sound long.
Well, that means you've had a lot of first days of school and welcome week. So I want to kick things off with you sharing what are some of the favorite parts of a new semester?
Well, my favorite part is seeing the students, the faculty and staff, and how hard they're working and how energized our students are. It's an inspiration to me. I am so excited about enrollment this semester. It's really, we are still recovering from COVID. I thought that our students would return last year, and they didn't. And so it's just taken a long time for students to kind of get grounded in a way to decide on what their next steps are. So I am so pleased to see our enrollment throughout Houston Community College being up and out on our side of town up significantly. So I really give a lot of credit to our marketing department, but our student services people, our advisors, Dr. Adil, our Dean of Students, and the entire team have just done an amazing job of welcoming our students and caring about our students.
Yes, absolutely. Most of the time we've seen this trend in higher ed where things in the economy may be unstable, but that makes people pull back and say, well, you know what, maybe I need to upskill. Maybe I need to see what I could do around maybe changing a career or growing in my career. But we didn't see that trend happen during the pandemic. And that's what kind of had us, for lack of a better word, shook a little bit and expecting, to your point, at least by last semester, we would have seen more of a recovery. So that's why everyone is just like really excited to see really us recovering back to what we always had as far as enrollment numbers here at HCC.
Right. Yeah, you can feel the momentum. My favorite thing is to is to connect with the students. And again, I walk around the campuses a lot to get my steps in, but also to just celebrate the great work that's going on at HCC. We are such a fine institution and just the right place for our students.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we are definitely excited about kicking off this semester to have more Eagles in our Eagle community. You know, we talked a little bit about what, you know, we thought what we usually know causes an uptick, but what do you think is one of the reasons that we're seeing more recovery now at this point in 2024?
Well, I just think students are making decisions now to pursue the next step in their lives. And I'm really happy, you know, we have a new funding model with the state of Texas where we're going to be evaluated on the number of students that enroll, but also on the number of students that complete and the number of students that transfer. And so we have a whole new set of metrics, and I'm really happy that Dr. Adil is on this show today. I want to give her a lot of credit for setting up a system in which, let's say this week, January 22nd, it starts audit week for those students that are going to graduate. We're going to go out and chase them down and say, did you know you're getting ready to graduate? Then make sure they're on the graduation list for this May. And then after we get through chasing those students down, we're going to have the advising check-in for students that are matriculating through their program to make sure they're on the right track, that they are connected with their advisor, and give them a pat on the back for good work, or give them some help if they need it, because we want them to continue. You know, persistence and through their program is critical. So we don't want to lose them along the way. And then, you know, our students need a lot of resources, and we're going to have a resource fair that will be, let's see, it looks like March 20th through 28th, in which we will do a lot of, it'll be before that, and in which, you know, we talk with the student, you know, we make available to students their needs. You know, our students have tremendous need, whether it's food insecurity, transportation, financial needs. And so we all have to pitch in to help those students meet those needs. Then last of all is our new student advising for any students that are coming in and have 0 to 15 hours to make sure they're on track. So we have a full schedule of engaging our students this semester. That's new. It's a new innovation for Houston Community College, and I'm really proud of our student services people.
Yeah, you know, it definitely is. You know, when we think about resources, a resource is only good if a student knows they exist. And, you know, a lot of what we're seeing, a lot of our colleges across the institution doing is we're really honing in on those resources. Seeing a lot of things building on the success of last year when we had our student success weeks across the campuses, resource fairs and lunch and learns. So we're really taking that into 2024 and really hoping that students don't just pass by these tables. They are coming out to connect directly with you. You don't have to seek the resource out. They are coming out to help you understand what they are here to help you do to get to what you were talking about in your first point, which was graduation.
Absolutely. And completion. You know, a lot of students are after a certificate to get a better job, and then they can come back and they can continue on through an associate degree and then on through to a bachelor's degree. So we want to maximize the opportunity for every student. You know, we're about the 21st century workforce for Texas and for Houston. And so we've got to get students to maximize their potential and be as accessible as we can for the majority of students that need our assistance.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I'm a firm believer in what makes HCC so special is just the vast amount of our program offerings, the intentionality around our program offerings, and the learning spaces. Like when we say state of the art, we mean state of the art. You are working on equipment that you will be working in the workforce. So can you share a little bit, because let's not assume that people know all the campuses that are in Northwest, the campuses that fall under Northwest, and some of the programs that you're really excited about this semester.
Yeah, our enrollment is up at each campus. I'm sitting here at the Spring Branch campus, and as soon as we finish here, we're going to go out for Welcome Week for students and feed them a little bit, play a little music, and tell them that we're glad they're here. Had that yesterday at our A-Leaf campus, our West Houston campus, which is at Hayes Road and Westheimer, and that's the home of our film program. And West Houston Institute, our engineering program with UT Tyler. Again, here at Spring Branch is the home of our Texas A&M University, our VAST program, our honors program, our police academy, first part of the police academy, our EMT program. So lots of different options for students. Those are just a few. And then our Katy campus is booming. That's our new campus out at the Grand Parkway in Interstate 10, and enrollment's up 25% at that campus. So students, it's a new learning environment. Today's students are active learners. They want to be engaged in their own learning. We need to provide that opportunity for them, and we're doing it.
Yes, and there you have it.
Don't let me forget our Bissonnette campus, which is our workforce center, starting a new cosmetology program at our Eldridge campus that's already full. First semester, it's already full.
That is awesome news. And there you have it. There is so much to look forward to this spring 2024. A lot of future plans, a lot of events, a lot of resources going directly to our students. Want to thank Dr. Zachary Hodges for joining us, who is the president of HCC Northwest. We'll have info posted after the show about the offerings at Northwest College. Thanks so much for joining us, Dr. Hodges.
Yeah, sure. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. All right, I'm going to kick it over to Dr. Adil, whose ears should be ringing because her president was speaking so highly of everything that you all have going on at Northwest.
Loved to hear Dr. Hodges, and he's a great leader. He provides us direction and leadership, and we follow through. So all great initiatives, and at the end, the students are the beneficiary, and we are successful when they're successful. So good job, Sade and Dr. Hodges. A lot of information. Next up, we are moving on to Dr. Maya Durnovo. She is the HCC Entrepreneurial Officer and is speaker at tomorrow's Space Workforce 2030 at HCC event. Welcome back, Dr. Durnovo. Let's begin with you giving us a brief overview of the Space Workforce 2030 at HCC movie and panel event. This sounds fancy. Tell us more.
Well, we're really excited about it. And in terms of speaker, I'm just going to be doing the welcome. But this is really an opportunity to inspire students about careers in STEM. So we have 3 parts of the program. One is the screening of the movie called Hidden Figures. And then there's going to be a panel discussion. And then students will have an opportunity to learn about internships. So it's really a wonderful way of blending a movie, which is really an incredibly inspiring movie, then hearing personal stories from professionals that are in the aerospace field. And then, of course, learning about internship opportunities, and the day ends with lunch, which is always a good way to end a day.
Oh, this is perfect. And, so growing up, I hardly knew the names of the planets. It was just, hard to remember all of those. But these days, internet age, young kids, I have a 6-year-old. He even developed this huge interest in his space. He can name everything. So I'm sure there's a lot of interest. And it's, being in the city of Houston and NASA Space Center and everything. So this is, it's very relevant. So can you talk a little bit about significance in promoting STEM education and space-related careers, especially as, community college? Let us know, what are your thoughts?
Right. So it's a great way to learn because, first of all, they're going to be watching the movie Hidden Figures, which is really the portrayal of three Black mathematicians that worked at NASA and really changed the whole way that NASA operates. I mean, their impact was just enormous. So the movie is really quite an inspiration. And then after the movie, we've got special speakers that are going to be talking about their experience at NASA. So we have Dr. Alula, who works with NASA, and he's going to be talking about his own personal experience. So you really learn so much when you hear somebody else's story. And then Heather Lachak is the vice president for the Aerospace Corporation, and she's going to be talking about the internships that students will be able to participate over the summer. So it's a way to get inspired, to hear personal stories, and then how students can really get engaged through the summer internships. I think that's going to be really a wonderful opportunity for them to learn.
So, Dr. Durnovo, who are our partners in putting this event together?
So we have Mr. Jeff Grant, and he is the chairman of the Space Foundation. So we have the Space Foundation, we have the Aerospace Corporation, we have NASA, we have Student Services, we have Career Services, and then, of course, Entrepreneurial Initiatives. So we're really trying to create a wonderful resource for students. And I think that's how you started this morning's conversation about all of the resources that HCC has. So this is another wonderful example for students to participate. So this event, by the way, is taking place at the Central Campus, and it is open for dual credit students, HCC students, upward bound students. So we're looking for a very big turnout.
Oh, that is wonderful. And, I know you touched a little bit on providing the examples or role models. So especially being a community college with all kind of diverse students here, a lot of the time we don't see ourselves in a role if we have not seen any role models ahead of us. So I think this movie that you talked about, the Hidden Figure, I think that would be very good, and some of the speakers you all have will serve really well to our students. Are students required to register? Is it a paid event or is it for free?
There is no payment, and yes, we would like for them to register, and I will have the link for you at the end of the program. But yes, we do want them to register so we get a good count for the lunch.
Oh, 250 already registered?
That's 250. So it's going to be in the auditorium at Central, but they do need to register.
Oh, that is excellent. Can they still register? Because now we are doing the event is tomorrow.
So it starts tomorrow at 9 o'clock, and the movie actually begins, I think, at 10, and then the panel discussions will be afterwards, as well as information about the summer internships.
That is wonderful. And, I always tell the students, all our students that, keep the end in mind. We are not going to school or a college just to go get education, but, have an end in mind. Where do you want to pursue? Where do you want to intern? Where do you want to work? So I think this is an excellent collaboration and a brilliant event for our student body. So is it only HCC students, or are we also bringing some students from high schools?
Well, so the dual credit students are actually going to be bussed in from some of the schools. And then it is HCC students. I don't think we have enough room for everybody, right? So
yeah.
Success, I'm sure we'll be trying to do something like this again.
Yeah, perfect. So Dr. Durnovo, since I have joined HCC and I've been working here, I have always seen you doing, all these innovative projects and ideas that you have. It's for me, it's almost hard to keep up with you, but I do follow you and kind of see where you are headed, what's up with you new. So tell us about other programs, the entrepreneurial initiatives that you are involved in.
Well, I'm so glad that you asked because we just launched the business plan competition, which is actually at the Northwest College. So if anyone is interested in joining that, they still can do that. So we have the business plan competition. We have the Small Business Success Series, a class that is actually starting on Saturday at the Southeast Campus. And then we have the Small Business Success Series in Spanish starting in February at the Mexican Consulate. So we've got a lot of things going on right now, but the most urgent one right now is the business plan competition. That has opened up. So if anybody has an idea and they want to get the training and learn how to make a pitch, this is the time to join it. And it is at the Northwest College.
Awesome. So I'm going to just ask you one other question quickly. What opportunities will the partners and exhibitors provide for the students interested in a space workforce program?
Well, they're going to learn certainly about the summer internships, but it's also about careers in STEM, careers with NASA, careers in aerospace. It's a wonderful opportunity to meet people, to learn about the career opportunities, and then what training is necessary to be a part of that career. So it's a wonderful opportunity. So I really encourage our students to come and join.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. I want to hear all about it after the event. How did it go? Yeah. So, thank you, Dr. Maya Durnovo, HCC Chief Entrepreneurial Officer. We will have your registration info in our post after the show. And with this, I'm going to bring Sade back to announce the upcoming events and announcement with me.
Yes, absolutely. Great event. It sounds like on the horizon, and it is going to be well attended. So that's always exciting. Want to kick things off with some other events and news and announcements across the college. We have our Welcome Back Week going on across the institution. Specifically, we'll be having Welcome Back Bingo at our Coleman College. Join Coleman Student Life for a fun game of virtual bingo to welcome back students to class. Want to make sure our online students have some options. It'll be happening from 6 to 7 p.m. Thursday, January 25th on Zoom. Check our post after the show for more details.
The next up is the very popular business plan competition. They're now taking application. Apply for free advising and training in the 2024 HCC Business Plan Competition. Proposed startup and existing entrepreneurs can sign up for the prerequisite financial aid workshop and also take another prerequisite class as well. Accepting applications now through Friday, January 26th. Check our post after the show for more information.
All right, for this next announcement, I have to make a little joke because sometimes I have to ask myself, am I the drama? We have Students Chance to Shine, our drama open call. Students interested in showcasing their talents on stage and backstage at HCC's Dramas Productions at Central, Southwest, and Northwest colleges can attend this open call. It's for all HC students and no experience is necessary. It'll be happening from 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Tuesday, January 30th from 8 at our HCC Southwest Stafford Fine Arts Center. Check the post after the show for details.
All right, Sade. The next one is, you know how the heart is important to all of us. Valentine's Day is coming up. So if you want a healthy heart, jump rope for heart and jump challenge. HCC students will compete in friendly jump rope challenges for small prizes. 11 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. also on Tuesday, January 30th at the Northline campus.
All right, well, we have another faculty exhibition on the horizon at our West Loop campus. HCC features the artwork of several faculty members across the system, including that of Melinda Laszcynski. It'll be happening at the West Loop campus through March 1st. And the artist reception will be happening from 6 to 8 p.m. Thursday, February 8th. It's free. Registration is not necessary and everyone is welcome. Check out the post after the show for more details.
All right, last but not least, spring classes have already started. We heard it earlier today, but it is not too late to register. HCC 16-week spring classes have begun, but the students can still register for those, as well as second start classes, which begin February 12th. And all courses are either in person, online, or hybrid. A little bit about the second start classes. They start late, but finish at the same time. So, you can still take it and finish with your friends when they are finishing the 16 weeks. A couple of options available: online anytime, no established class meeting times unless listed. You can take it at your own pace. Online on a schedule, meeting time is set and course meets online. Hybrid classes, lecture class meets partially face-to-face and partially virtually. In-person, face-to-face courses with traditional meeting patterns at various campus locations. Hybrid lab, laboratory, and studio courses. To learn more about HCC programs, start dates, and options to cover costs, please visit hccs.edu/apply.
All right. Well, coming up, we'll continue our Presidential Welcome Week with Dr. Philip Nicotera of HCC Coleman College for Health Science. And for those that don't know, that is the only community college in the medical center. So look forward to that interview. And for Film Friday, we'll welcome Alex Luster from the Story Hive, a local production company. Thanks so much for joining us for this edition of Up to the Minute. We'll see you next time.